Hey everybody, Sean here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Nightmare on Elm Street DLC for Dead by Daylight, going for the Serial Killer achievement. This is to sacrifice the obsession a total of 30 times. This is going to be done from the killer side. You can do this with any killer. Now, whenever you are playing a game as killer, you are going to have the survivors listed to you on your HUD. You want to make sure you pay attention to the survivor that is going to have the spider legs around their portrait. This survivor is going to be marked as the obsession. The game is going to randomly choose one of the 4 survivors in order to be this game's obsession. Now, in order to get the count for this achievement, what you have to do is you have to make sure you sacrifice this character. So what sacrificing is going to mean in this jurisdiction is making sure you put them on the hook and then have them advance 3 hook states. So pretty much the only way that's going to count towards the achievement is if they get sacrificed on a hook. You cannot kill them through a Mori or a killer ability, and you cannot have them die by bleeding out. You are going to have to sacrifice them using the hooks. With all that being said, this is going to be another one of those achievements that you are more likely than not going to work on in the background while doing other stuff. The reason for that is a major part of playing as killer is trying to hook sacrifice all 4 of the survivors in order to try to get a good enough rating in order to get all of your adept killer achievements. So more likely than not, just playing the game like a normal killer should guarantee you a good amount of obsession sacrifices, so you can just bank those up over time. And because of the nature of that, this isn't going to be an achievement that you can really make a setup for. It's a thing that's going to progress on its own in the background as long as you are playing the game like you are supposed to. So just keep up on your sacrifices, and more likely than not, you're going to stumble across several obsessions along the way. And then once you manage to eliminate them from the game in this matter, you should be good to making progress towards the achievement. Of course, there's only going to be 1 obsession per game, so this is going to take a minimum of 30 games to get. So make sure you keep that in mind. It's a little on the grindy side, but it is going to be an achievement that is part of the main gameplay loop. Once you manage to eliminate the obsession in this matter, you are going to get the count for the achievement in whatever game you are playing, and then all you have to do is just make sure you keep this up until you get to 30. If you are strictly focused on just this achievement, you can also employ this super cheap strategy. Once you find the obsession, make sure you pop them on a hook, and what you can do is you can just camp the hook. That way, any survivors who try to come in to try to rescue them, you can stop super easily. You are going to get your end of game killer rating severely penalized if you do camp the hooks though, so make sure you keep that in mind. Definitely won't be going for any adept killer achievements using this strategy. However, if you are just strictly focused on eliminating the obsession as quickly as possible and as painlessly as possible, this is going to be the best way to do it. So once you manage to finally get your 30 obsession sacrifices in, you should be good for the achievements. Be a little patient with this one. As I said before, it'll take a minimum of 30 games, but once you finally pull it off, you should be good for 40 gamer score, and that's all there is to it.